Well, if there was ever a year to shine the spotlight on imposter syndrome for International Women's Day, 2021 would be it. After a year of lockdowns and social distancing, many women in business have been put out of their comfort zones or have had to pivot so dramatically they've been left questioning their own abilities. Here to tell us more about imposter syndrome is clinical psychologist Aileen Alegado. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, imposter syndrome, we've heard of it, but what exactly is it?
It's a coined term back in the 70s, so it hasn't been around long, by psychologists to describe a person suffering from this pervasive self-doubt and a feeling of incompetence. So the people that usually have them don't have problems in terms of succeeding, but yet despite evidence to the contrary, they have this pervasive self-doubt and they challenge how people perceive them.
Why do you think that this is on the rise for women, particularly post-COVID-19?
Look, after the pandemic or during the pandemic, we've had to all pivot and deal with the change. And because of that change, we have had to step out of our comfort zone and especially do things that we're not used to doing. So a lot of it really is about being able to juggle and people being stretched thin that really have brought this out to light much more.
Look, is this something that can affect men as well, or is it mainly women that suffer from this?
Look, it can affect both men and women equally. It just has been a lot more focused on women because initially research have shown that women experience guilt and shame a lot more than their male counterparts. So when women have started coming out with this, it was a lot of celebrity women rather than men, but they are, and research have shown that men can experience this just as much.
So what do we do? What's the solution here? How can we challenge some of these ideas?
Well, first of all, knowing that it exists and that this is a real condition normalizes the conversation and not to feel the shame and having to cover it up. So talking about it helps, and challenging the norm of feeling fraudulent or being caught out and stepping outside of the box. Often it is to do with breaking things down so that we could feel that we can celebrate our successes and really having traditions to honor the milestones, and also being able to practice compassion and letting go of any thoughts and feelings that they're not really factual.
And I mean, look, we know International Women's Day is on Monday. We've all gone through a pretty hard 12 months. What's your message to women on this International Women's Day?
I think we definitely are on the way to breaking the glass ceiling. So women have not we've had compared to than ever before. So being able to step into that feminine energy and that light and not be held back by prior societal expectations.
Oh, wise words. We really thank you for joining us on the program, Aileen. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Aileen